The Viva Pro Gen 3 paddle has a Kevlar with a T700 carbon fiber weave, and today we're on court testing it out. Let's go putts around. All right, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about the specs here while we're warming up. It's going to have a, like I said, a Kevlar with a T700 weave to give a softer feeling than a raw carbon fiber face. It does have a little bit more of a soft touch than the Viva Pro Gen 2 in my opinion. I'm going to throw some specs up here on the screen so that you guys can take a look specifically with the swing weight, which is going to be about 123. It has a twist weight of 6.3, which I feel is actually pretty stable given the fact that it is an elongated paddle. We're out here in the park, so pardon the vehicles and all that good stuff. So as we're dinking here, it feels pretty soft, pretty controllable off the face. It does give me a little bit of touch. Off-center hits aren't too bad, except when I can't hit the paddle, then that makes it a little different. It is, like I said, a little softer. It feels like a dwell time is a little bit more on the paddle versus the Gen 2, which is what I played with previously. In terms of styling, it does have a Kevlar weave that is supposed to be blue, but I can't really tell in real life looking at it. It has a white guard that I think looks really sharp. I did put a grip on this guy for an over grip, but it has a really white grip as well that comes with it. I really just like the way it looks. I was just afraid it was gonna get dirty, and it's not my cup of tea looking like that. So I decided to put an over grip on for that. All right, looking at the drops here, I feel like it does have, like I said, a nice soft feeling. I feel like you can manipulate it. Oh, a little bit of wind there got me. I feel like you can drop it if you needed to in a perfect spot. Backhands, forehands, both look good. It does have a good touch off the face. Less hot than the Viva Pro Gen 2, especially back here as well. I think it's gonna be a softer feeling than the Viva Pro Gen 2, which I would say I don't really think this is a iteration of it. It's just a kind of a different paddle, right? The Viva Pro Gen 1 and the Viva Pro Gen 2 moved into a different category, more pop, more power. This one is just a different paddle altogether. So I don't like the fact that they called it a Gen 3 paddle. I don't think it's really a Gen 3, it's just a different paddle. But overall, I'd say dropping ability is good. I feel like it's sufficient to be able to give you the power and control that you're wanting to. All right, let's do some drives here real quick. So I'm just gonna hit it right at you. You can stay up here. I'm just gonna hit them at you, you just block them back. See how they feel. Like I said, I feel like it is a little softer off the face. It feels good though. Backhand and the whiff. Let's hit a few more drives here. It has a lot of spin, which we'll measure here in a little bit, as well as providing, again, I feel like just a little bit more control over the Viva 2. All right, she's gonna drive some at me. We're gonna see how well the blocking is. Whoops. I do have the wind, which is why it's not necessarily getting all the way to her. So the wind's blowing at me, which gives me plenty of space. Let's see if I can get one back there though. Going. Ooh, that was a great drop. Ooh, that was up. So, in terms of blockability, droppability, let's hit a couple more. I'm gonna see it so I can drop some here. How much I can absorb. Ooh, that's a little high. That was right. Let's hit another one. Yep, same thing. Oh yeah, I did. It's just that feeling of it's nice and soft, but it still has the power ability. Now it's not a first gen thermoformed by any means, but it does have that softer feel off the face. All right, guys, I have my two-toned pickle PCKL ball. Makes it easy to keep track of spin. I'm gonna give this a whirl. It's super, man, that's super hot. All right, we're gonna give it a try here. See how much spin we get. I'm gonna probably hit it 5 times, take the average. We'll go from there with the serve. Out again. Man, that ball is hot. Hot, hot, hot. One more here, one more. Ooh, that was a good recovery there. All right, so we're gonna put the spin numbers right here. Bing! And there are the spin numbers. So now we're gonna capture speed, see how fast the paddle goes. Got my phone over here. It's gonna give us some radar. And yeah, let's see how it goes. That's gonna be displayed here on the screen. You see that the wind is blowing, so I think it's gonna hinder how fast the ball is gonna be going today. I think we could add a couple more miles per hour to that. But, you know, real world conditions, you get real world results. So, final conclusions on the Viva Pro Gen 3 by Hudef. Definitely softer than the Gen 2. I think it's a completely different paddle. If I were going to recommend some marketing with it, I would definitely say that is a different paddle than the Gen 2, because the Gen 2 is raw carbon fiber, built for power. This is not necessarily built for power. This is built for more of a all-around game, I would say, in today's pickleball game versus, let's say, even the Gen 1s, which are considered control by today's standards. Does it have some power? It does have a little bit of power. I wouldn't necessarily, if I were going to classify it, I'd probably classify it on the low end of power, more control. So I'm gonna throw up this chart here. You guys can take a look at it, see kind of where I think it's gonna fall into the wide range of things based on the data that we've collected. And yeah, so let me know, guys, if you are interested in picking this up. I do have a discount code that will save you some money. It's gonna be down here in the description. You guys can check that out. That'll also give me a little bit of kickback as well, which would be appreciated. If you have any questions, go ahead and post those down in the comments. Look forward to hearing from you, and we'll chat with you next time. Oh, look at that terrible lob. Yeah, good luck. That's a terrible lob again. Oh, that's a good drop. That's all right, you're allowed. Keep going. Oh, the old wind got her. That's hilarious. It's a nice breeze you gave me there.